Welcome back to Kamikaze Uncaged. I'm Tom.
And I'm Tommy.
Man,
It is way too early to be here.
I know, but this is my hour right here.
This is not my hour.
This is where I thrive.
This is where I try to survive. It is rough. We woke up. I slept through roughly like 8 alarms this morning.
Oh, is that? Dude, when you used to live with us?
Yeah. Everybody was up though.
Yeah.
Everybody was up.
You were literally on the other side of the wall and you'd hear your alarm go off, get shut. Didn't hear your alarm go off, get shut.
Absolutely.
Like,
Because every time, and I know the thought process now. So when I wake up, most of the time, I'm incoherent. Like I'll wake up, I have no idea what's going on. I know that there's a small circle and this glowing thing over here that I need to press, and that is all I know. But every now and then I'll wake up and I'm like, I can sleep through 2 more. We're good.
You need one of those alarms that pops off and
You know how mad I'd be every single day?
This way you have to get up and put it back on.
I'd be so mad every single day if I had to wake up like that.
Oh my God.
We've had a lot going on lately.
Dude, Ultimate Battleground 17 was awesome.
It was fantastic.
Let me start off by saying, so Dude Designs, Mike Cranford.
The Dude Designs.
Yeah, the Dude Designs. Yeah. Mike Cranford did an amazing job with all the shirts. Bam.
I saw yours and I was like, I should have worn Corbin's.
Yeah. But he did the fighter shirts, and of course, originally he did the logo that we had on the polos. That's a whole nother story, the polos.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, I know. Holy shit! But
hey, remember I said I was gonna slurp this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Keep talking.
Go ahead and slurp
keep talking.
It. So anyway, but we all the shirts looked real good. Both yours and Corbin's shirt. But that's annoying.
They looked really good. I loved
awesome.
them. We started selling them a little. We started selling pretty close to the fight, so I didn't expect to sell as much as we did. But the designs are always consistent, clean, and outstanding from the Dude Designs.
Real good job.
If I don't know if you want to do a quick little 360 to show them the back. But all my beloved sponsors are on the back. You don't have to. It's okay.
Maybe towards the end.
So this is one of them right here. The fantastic Toro BJJ, which them Cage Side MMA supplied my shorts for my fight. And let me tell you how excited I was.
Sorry. First
you got excited as well. He's kicking things. Let me tell you how excited I was when I went to get my gloves. And they gave me Cage Side gloves. I was like, ah! They were the ones I trained with.
Are you serious?
Like the exact ones. I was so excited.
Oh, no kidding?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I was so excited.
Oh,
it was
awesome.
Fantastic.
That's good.
Yeah, then they wrapped over the logo, and I was like, oh. But they were still there. But yeah.
So we had a lot of support, as always, which is...
A ton of support. Yeah, we started selling tickets, 3 weeks out?
Yeah. And, kind of a bit longer than what we... It was a shorter span of time of what we really sell the fights when we start talking them up and really pitching it. And
this was a very short...
Yeah, so some people already had plans. A lot of people already had plans. Being 4 hours away...
But we still had, I think in total we had 53.
Yeah.
Which is... Oh, I'm getting excited too.
Yeah, 53 people within like a 3-week span.
Yeah, that's insane.
4 hours away.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I could not be more appreciative of all of them.
Yeah, of course, everybody knows when we roll deep because we hear nothing but support when you guys are
We went to breakfast
out.
that morning and there was like 25 of them.
Yeah.
Half of them was the blizzard.
Yeah. Yep.
But
man, what a good weekend.
It was a very good weekend. Shout out to Paul Teague. Took that fight relatively short notice.
He was a very good guy.
A very good guy.
Yeah, very
lighthearted, respectful. He really good guy. I went up to him, shook his hands at weigh-ins.
Yeah, you guys were talking
like
pretty much.
Yeah, we hit it off
through weigh-ins, and then even the day of the fight, you know, there's the partition where each corner is warming up.
Yeah.
And you guys were like standing right on the line, just like shooting the shit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
talking and.
Might as well,
we'll see,
you know.
We'll see you in a few minutes.
Yeah, see you in there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to be. It's so fun. It's so relaxed, you know. And then you get to punch each other a little bit, and then you come back out, and you can be friends after.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's look, it's a job.
It is
one, but you know it's
or
also,
colleagues.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and you know, look, that's how it goes. That's what you signed up for. It doesn't have to always be, you know, smack talk. And,
exactly. You know, he's always welcome to come here and, you know, get some work in for sure.
Yeah. So how about Corbin Manley?
Let's talk about Corbin Manley.
So Corbin,
first fight.
Do you remember when he first came in and he's like, look, I don't want to fight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to get punched in the face.
For jiu-jitsu.
I'm a ground guy, wrestler.
Wrestled for 10 years, then jiu-jitsu, I think at that point for like 5 or 6 years, maybe 7.
Yeah.
You know, just a lot of experience on the ground, and that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he's like, so, these boxing gloves. and
How do they go on?
Like at the end of kickboxing, you know, during the cardio part, he'd be messing around with the boxing gloves, and then he'd start staying for the sparring, and he was getting hooked.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you know, we asked him because not everybody fights for us.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of put him through the mill, but me and you spoke, and we're like, he's really coming along.
Yeah.
And so he came to us like a year ago?
I think it was a little over a year and a half, I think. I think he came, June is standing out to me. I think he came in June.
And he's so consistent.
Yeah.
His work ethics are great. He's just a good guy too.
He's just overall good. We're going to his house later.
Yeah, we are.
We're gonna eat some good food.
Yeah.
We're gonna enjoy some good company.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's gonna be fun. But yeah, great guy.
Great
and then
guy.
You know, it was funny. So he got his opponent, McAteer, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
He was a good dude. We talked after their fight and everything. But you know, the fighters play the intimidation game. They play the be serious game. And he shook Corbin's hand at weigh-ins. They talked for a second.
Yeah.
You know, established that they would touch gloves.
Yeah.
But, you know, I saw in the fight, you know, he came in the cage, circled, and, you know, gave Corbin the eye. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yep.
But Corbin and I discussed game plan.
And it was to the T.
I mean, if I could score it 1 out of 100, he'd get 110.
Yeah.
Because we discussed it. Keep him in your range until he tries to lunge, and then we're going to shoot underneath. And what did he do?
He shot
right
took him
underneath,
down,
and it was absolutely beautiful.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. But I'm so proud of him. And,
he did so good.
Yeah, he did awesome.
And you know, it was funny. So, like, during my fights, despite not being able to hear much of the crowd and stuff, I have a relatively clear mind.
Right.
And I have, like, my internal monologue going on. So Corbin finished his fight, first round, fulcrum choke.
Right.
Very similar to a rear naked choke.
Right.
And
but I believe
it pretty much is.
So one, you're cutting off blood supply. The other one, you're cutting off air.
Correct. The other one is, you know, people call it a chin choke.
Right.
It absolutely does choke. You know, it's not just, you know, mushing the jaw back.
Right.
It's pressing it down into it. But, you know, my fight got to the ground, and I was like, no way. And I took his back, and I was like, no way.
Yeah.
And I sucked the choke, and I was like, okay, maybe there's a way. But, you know, very similar finishes, similar time frame. I think we were 20 seconds from each other.
Oh, man. So we'll get to yours in a second, but so I think he's hooked now.
Oh, yeah. He already wants to fight again.
Yeah, he's hooked. He's hooked. And he couldn't believe the high that you get when you walk into the cage.
Oh, yeah.
And you can tell them all day long.
Yeah.
And they don't realize it
until you do it. You don't know how it feels.
Yeah.
And even after, like I always tell people, after the fight is the most relaxed you will ever be because you've been worrying about this for 2 to 3 months. You've been training your butt off. You know, your body's worn out, your mind's worn out.
Yeah.
Then it's done.
Yeah.
It is over. You have everybody there. We're ready to celebrate. It's just a weight comes off. It's the best.
So this fight for you, you wanted to go in there and utilize kicks.
I did.
And let me tell you something. So you started off with a thigh kick to his left calf.
Yeah, thigh.
Right? Thigh.
Every kick was thigh.
What?
Yep.
I don't.
Every kick.
Are you sure?
Yep.
I'm gonna bet no.
How much are you betting on this? Because it was
Anything
100%.
Anything you want. That first kick was
Anything.
was not his thigh.
It was his thigh. Keep talking.
Yeah.
Give me a play-by-play.
Yeah. So it was a tie kick to the calf, and you kicked it, and then the next one was you guys threw at the same time, and you caught him in the thigh, and you actually pushed him over. You slid him over with your kick, and then your third kick. that's where the juice was at. So your third kick.
First kick, right to the thigh. Boom! There it is, ladies and gentlemen, right to the thigh.
It looked like calf to me. But anyway, but your third kick, dude, it made. I wish the video doesn't give it any justice.
I didn't register the sound when it happened. What I registered was he turned around and it hit the inside of his thigh.
Yeah.
So to my brain, when I saw him double over, I was like, did I catch him a little too high? But we paused the video and we watched it, and it didn't.
Yeah.
But at the time, that's all my mind registered.
Yeah. It made such a noise that everybody went, ooh. But I being right there, me and Bubba were in your corner. Being right there, I thought either your shin broke. I was like, he's gonna step back and the thing's just gonna fold. Yeah, and then I was like, or it was his femur.
Yeah.
That it made such a noise. I think that's why he paused, because that had a lot of power behind it.
I think this was I've hit kicks in my fights, but very rarely have I thrown everyone at 100%.
Yeah.
I'll throw them hard,
Right.
But it's in terms of setting it up. There's always that fear in the back of your mind, don't check it.
Yeah.
Type deal. But this fight, I threw each one at 100%.
Yeah, it was brutal. That was a brutal kick, and right there, you took his back, went down to a choke, and you did so I'm watching you choke him.
Yeah, yeah.
And you said he had your other arm.
He did very
pinned.
good controlling this arm.
Right. So you couldn't bring that other one to put it behind his head.
So there's ways to get around that.
Yeah.
And if we've got this, I don't just want to squeeze here, but what you can do to give yourself some leverage is snake it back behind your head.
Yep.
And we start going back.
I started hitting Bubba. I'm like, look at his other hand. Look at his other hand. It's going behind his head.
Shout out to Bubba, by the way.
Yeah.
Typically, you and Will are my corners.
Right.
Will was he was unable to make it this time, which was unfortunate.
Yeah.
But Bubba, who's had experience cornering fights, experience in the cage,
Right.
Was able to step up and did a fantastic job.
Yeah. He did great.
He did absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Very motivational.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We love Bubba. He was one of the ones beating us up on Wednesday nights. He's one of our coaches.
Everybody stepped up, so that not only the coaches.
Yeah, we had a lot of help throughout this camp.
Everybody stepped up.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But
and you got we started our camp. It was less than 2 months, wasn't it?
I think it was mid-September we started it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So it was a lot shorter than what we
Yeah, I
normally
think it was
do.
7 weeks.
Yeah, and usually we're an 8-week minimum,
Yeah.
but our camps have gone 2.5 months.
Our camps have
3
gone
months.
4 months.
Yeah, there was one camp.
I think
that
it
we
was
were
3.5.
Yeah, there was one camp we were like, all right, we gotta take it easy. We gotta start winding down.
Once 2 months hits, that's when the mental fatigue starts.
Yeah.
I think like throughout the beginning of camp, I was talking to Corbin about it the other day, and you're very motivated. You're like, I've got this fight, I've got this, I'm getting healthier, I'm getting in shape. Well, once you start getting in shape, once you start getting healthier, and once you've dieted for a little while, about 1.5, 2 months in, you're like, all right,
Yeah.
this fight needs to come.
Like, all right. Now.
Yeah, all right, we can. I'm gonna fight at 475 next time and call it a day.
And we can't say enough. People that haven't done camp is brutal.
It really is like, people.
If you do it right.
If you do it right.
There's people that say they're in camp and it's.
Yeah, it's very lighthearted, and that's the ones that'll do great in the first round. They're very technical.
Yeah.
And round 2 hits, and it's very like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't know that it would make it this far. I was joking with Austin and AJ after. They were like, oh, because every fight except the one ended in the first round. And they were like, we've been doing it wrong all along. We don't need to train for multiple rounds. Just a really explosive first round, and we're good to go. Didn't know that was a thing. But, yeah, it's rough. And a lot of people don't know what goes into it. They don't see, they're not able to feel. And unless you feel it firsthand, you can watch it. And it's rough from the outside, but unless you experience it firsthand, it's, you don't. That's why anyone who steps in there, I've got a respect for it. I don't care if your record is 0-100. You're stepping in there.
Yeah.
I respect you.
Oh yeah, and that's a great attitude to have. But it's mentally fatiguing. It's physically brutal on on yourself. I remember that there were nights where I was so tired, but going through camp, your body's aching, your mind's still going 1,000 miles an hour.
Oh yeah.
And you're up and you're like, my God. But what people don't understand, we're going through that camp. We all have jobs and like lives outside of here.
Yeah.
It's not none of us are rich. So like Corbin Manley, all day on the
Works
farm.
on the farm.
All day on the farm.
It's funny. He'll message me sometimes, and it's like, "Hey man, you down for some hard rolls tonight? Rough day on the farm." And I get it, man. Like I get it. Sometimes you need because you feel so much better after that.
Yeah.
And like fight camp, as exhausting as it is, there's nights where you just want to curl up and do nothing, and then there's nights where like you go and you have a hard session and you almost die during training, but after you're like, man, I needed that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, two sides of the same coin. It's very nice.
Yeah. But life goes on outside of here.
Yeah.
No matter what kind of day you have, you're in the gym and you're going through your camp.
Let me tell you, so this camp, I was able to eat a little bit more, still healthy, but...
You went up almost 2 weight classes.
Almost.
Yeah,
almost. Closer to 1, just a little over the 1.
Yeah.
But, actually, I am ranked at welterweight now.
I know, I noticed that.
I am ranked at welterweight. We're going to change that. But, anyways, don't want to move that far up. Fought at 160 this time.
Yeah.
I walk at like 170 and 72-3 on a bad day.
Yeah.
So I just had to cut like 12, 13 pounds. So the weekend before, the Toro Cup was hosted. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about that for a second.
Right.
Always a fantastic show.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
My hoodie's over there. They were selling these pink hoodies.
They're pretty cool.
They're popular.
And I'm not a pink dude, but I like the color of that.
I don't know, sometimes. Like when you iron your polo, your complexion turns pretty pink. We'll get into that, though. But anyways, fantastic event. Great matches all around.
Yeah.
Marco and Ethan, I forget his last name. It escapes me at the moment. They had an explosive match. I saw highlights, and their entire match looked like a highlight reel.
I didn't watch the match yet, but I heard it was really good.
Really good. Yeah. But yeah, fantastic match. We had Chris. We had him compete for Capital MMA. So that's Darlene's home gym.
Right.
A couple of his friends came. A couple of our friends came down. Mm-hmm. Chad came to help coach. He didn't even come to the house after.
Oh,
I'm gonna call him out.
Yeah, he said he was gonna call you when he was on his way.
I think he said the food didn't agree with him or something. But anyways, so had a couple friends came down. Chris did fantastic in his match.
Did. He looked good.
I think it was 21-0.
Yeah.
He.
Hold on for 1 second.
Here you go. Take your time. I'll keep talking. He had such good control. He dominated the match. He didn't find the takedown, but immediately found the position after.
Yeah.
And just transitioned from one to the next, side control, knee on belly, mount. And the whole time he was attacking, but never 100% committing to the attack.
Yeah.
Because when the defense came, he just transitioned out, got more points.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Technique looked great.
Right.
Yes.
So then after, we went out to eat.
Mm-hmm. That place was good.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
I had to get a bowl.
I'm glad it wasn't that cafeteria place.
They had good food. They were a little yucky. But it was a cafeteria.
It was a lot yucky.
But the kitchens themselves weren't yucky. It was just the cafeteria.
But that's where we're eating the food.
Yeah, but that's in the definition. It is. When you were in school, did you ever go into the cafeteria and think, man, this is a really clean place?
Actually, yes.
No, you did not.
No, we had clean cafeterias, yes.
No.
Look, they had not garbage cans. They had
you were probably the one throwing the food. That's what it was.
They had a pile of trash. Like you could go in there with a skid steer and start picking it up and dumping it into a truck. It was disgusting.
But we went out to eat. I got me a little bowl, and then you left at that point. We did an escape room.
Yeah.
We got through the escape room, breezed through it. Took us like 40 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. Super easy. No, it wasn't that easy.
So who was the most valuable person?
Actually, we all kind of
really?
we all kind of played our parts.
Really?
Yeah. It somebody would figure something else out over here. Somebody would figure something out over here, and then it was a lot of trial and error.
Man.
Like it's a lot.
Must be nice to have smart friends.
So it was definitely them. But,
all my friends are.
I get
all my friends are listening.
Way
like,
too often to be considered that. But super fun though. We did that. It was one in I forget what it was called, but it was one in Raleigh.
I like to try one.
You should. You should have came.
Nah, I don't want to be dad tagging along.
They like you, Mr. Quasi.
Yeah.
They like you.
And they're all so nice. John called me Mr. Quasi. I was like, call me Mr. Quasi again.
I think John listened. So, John.
Yeah, John.
Now you know. You
call
can,
me Mr. Quasi again. We're fighting. But they're all so nice. I love that group up there.
Yeah, it's such a good group.
Yeah, they're tight.
We came home. And I pulled out the Blackstone. I made chicken quesadillas that night.
How'd they come out?
Everybody said they were good. They might have been just, trying to be nice. I ate them. I thought they were delicious.
They were good?
I thought they were pretty good.
Darlene, were they good? Chicken quesadillas that they cooked?
Darlene's going to say yeah. The ones that I cooked for the Toro Cup.
Very, very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, but anyways, so yeah, made those, had a great weekend, hung out, and then I get to see them next weekend, competing for Capital's Movember tournament.
You guys are doing the team thing, right?
Yeah, it's a quintet style tournament.
Pink Starburst?
Team Pink Starburst, and if you haven't seen our beautiful team picture, it is fantastic.
I took it.
You took it, yeah.
I took it.
We wanted to take like an old J.C. Penney style family photo.
Yeah, it was nice.
And one of our teammates wasn't there, so we had to Photoshop her head onto Darlene.
If we could post that picture too.
Yeah, if we could just right here.
Right
yes.
over here.
Team
somewhere.
Pink Starburst for the win. But either way, it's going to be a great day of matches. Fantastic matches. I've looked at the teams.
Yeah.
Some stiff competition,
Good.
but it'll be some good matches.
Yeah.
And it's a good cause, Even if you're not able to make it, definitely donate.
Yeah.
Is there a way we can put the link in here? Fantastic. We
Okay.
can donate to that link. We're trying to raise some money.
Executive producer is doing her job today.
She's doing fantastic.
She is. She's not happy, but she's doing her job.
All right, fantastic. We had a little midway cut,
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody noticed. I think.
Nobody knows.
No.
I think what we'll do is we'll cover it up with one of those pictures we were talking about.
I think it's a great idea.
That would be a good blender.
And maybe we can start the picture on one half, and then in the second half it'll shift down a little bit.
Yeah.
They'll never know.
Yeah.
The picture's just moving.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, great weekend coming up.
Yep.
I was gonna say something, but I don't remember. I think it was the cut.
So we were talking about
made me
the
forget.
shirts and the dude designs, and then I had a little polo prop. So this was our first fight. This is bullshit. So this was our first fight under the new flag, you know, kamikaze.
Tommy needs to do the impersonation.
Yeah.
Can we bleep out words?
Yeah. So no, we can't. Not all of them. But so this was a big deal, and we Mom and I picked out these polos that day, order a bunch of them, and we got the logo on them. And I was so excited to wear them. You know, we're very professional when we go out.
Very.
And that ref, he told us right after I said goodbye to you and started walking over to the corner, he stopped me. He's like, "Where are you guys out of?" We're like, "Eden, North Carolina." He said, "You guys are very, very professional." So thank you very much. That was awesome.
Yes.
When you get noticed like that.
It's truly just my color coordination. The Akatsuki shirt, the cage side shorts.
Yeah, and
Toro hat.
this is one of your fight shirts.
That was
That's-
most recent one.
Yep, that's your fight shirt. But
With a little Itachi on
So-
the front.
you know, traveling, I had my polo in my suitcase, and it was kind of creased up a little bit. So the night that we got there,
Now let's go ahead and preface this. It was one of those like athletic type polos.
yeah,
It would have been fine.
I
The
know,
wrinkles would have just
I know,
fallen out.
but my OCD,
Yeah,
I needed it to be straight.
right.
So I asked your mother if I can iron it. She's like, "Yeah, it can be ironed." I'm like, fantastic. So we start setting up the iron that night. like, right before bed.
We?
I start setting
She said,
up
"We
the-
speaking French now?"
Yeah. I start
Oui?
setting up the iron, and I got the table out. I put my shirt on it, and got the iron heated up.
And you heat it up.
And-
Oh, he's falling off.
And
here.
I go to make a swipe with it, and the whole shirt just stuck to the iron. I freaked out because
All right, this is my cue. you keep going.
so I'm freaking out now. So the shirt goes over, and it sticks to the iron, and I stop. I put it down. I was like,
I'm gonna throw up.
I was so mad. I was so mad. These shirts meant everything to me. They're so good.
Dad, it's wearable. No, it's not.
Yeah, I had
No,
a
it's
big
not,
melted
Tommy.
piece of plastic on my shirt. I smelled like a melted G.I. Joe doll. I was so, oh my God. It was it. I wanted to pack up and just go home.
I should go to acting school.
Yeah. Screw you guys fighting tomorrow. We're going home because I don't have a polo.
We've got to quit.
So we had a shirt, Mike White's shirt didn't fit.
Yeah.
So we switched it out with another size.
Which he didn't bring that shirt. He brought the one that did fit.
Right.
Because he cornered for Corbin.
However, the kids were home. I think his mom was watching him.
Yeah.
He called his mom. He said, "Look, put that other shirt in the mailbox." And then Holly and Tanya, the next morning, they left extra early. After something
It was funny.
ridiculous.
They were going to leave the night before, and they decided
Thank
to leave
God.
the next day.
Thank God, because they had a late night that night.
Yeah.
So they only had a few hours of sleep.
Right.
They left early, brought the shirt just in time, right before the fight started.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've never been so happy to see them before in my life.
They saved the day.
They really did.
Because otherwise,
If I,
you would have had like
oh my God, my
I don't know.
OCD
I mean,
was like,
you didn't have any other shirt options.
they would have been like, "Who's the fat guy in the corner with no shirt on?" But that
Throw
was,
your hands.
What an ordeal! I'm so glad it's
Oh,
over
my
with.
goodness.
And then Mom said it was my fault, but meanwhile, I'm telling her that I'm gonna iron. She's like
Right.
She's
Well,
like from our distance.
Yeah, but let's get this straight. She ironed your current one, and it worked out because she had it in a lower temperature.
I think because she learned from my mistakes.
And I think with you being a grown individual, she assumed that you knew.
She could tell me no all day long, but I think if we can go back in time and she was the one that was ironing my shirt, she would have done it the same way.
Think so?
Yeah.
Maybe we can figure that out one day.
And then I would have been pissed. I would have been like, stupid.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, look what you did.
I knew not to do that. Lower temperature.
Everybody knows you
Obviously.
need a towel over it.
But let me tell you, I was almost, not quite, almost as mad as you were last night.
Yeah, you had a deer that was a suicide bomber
Let me tell you.
run into your car.
So my car weighs a total of like 5.5 pounds. It's a small car. And I was on the way to teach in Burlington last night. I had my lesson plan. They had been going over armbar defenses all week, so I was like, I'm going to go over the counters to the armbar defenses, and then we're going to start like EBI rules. Like I had all this planned out, and I was about 5-10 minutes from the house, and I'm driving, and on the left side of the road, the space between the woods and the road might have been 2 or 3 feet, like this far.
Yeah.
So the woods are right there. It's thick, and then it wasn't like that you could see the deer. And I was driving, and all of a sudden the deer went, wah! Ran out, karate kicked my car.
And dutied on your car, too.
Absolutely
He
mollywopped.
wiped his ass on your car.
He really did. I don't know. It was so fast that I have no idea. And I kind of want to go back and see if the deer's there, because if it is, I'm eating it. Anyways, so, hits right there on the corner, like barely got the bumper, but hit the fender, rolled onto the door, rolled onto the quarter panel a little bit, and he pooped
Yeah.
on the door on the quarter panel.
Yeah, there's a big skid mark on your
There's
door.
a giant skid mark.
Yeah.
And no fluids were leaking, but I had to pull the fender up a little bit because it was on the scraping the tire.
Yeah.
I didn't want to drive home like that, but the car was still running.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you called me, and I got to hand it to you. You were pretty calm, cool, and collected when you called me.
Yeah, because I was more like, instead of like, man, this happened, it was like that's kind of dumb. I was mad at the situation, but I was like,
And that's your first car.
yeah,
Yeah, so you paid for that car,
in full.
and that's it. And you're very sentimental.
I am
with
very
stuff.
sentimental.
Yeah. So you take care of your stuff.
Yeah.
I felt really bad for you when.
Yeah, I was
when
not
yeah.
very happy about it, and it hit harder as the night went on.
Yeah.
And I was getting more and more like,
Yeah.
that's why I'm gonna eat that deer if it's there.
And
I don't care that it's been sitting. I'm gonna eat it. I might eat it just raw.
And
like,
we me and you like to give each other hard times about 'cause that's just what we do. We kick each other when we're down. That toughens you up.
yeah, of course.
And I couldn't even bring myself to make fun of you last night. I felt that bad.
So mad, man.
But
And-
your door, the boot is the topping on the cake is that there's a giant skid mark on your door.
Yeah, like that's
from the deer booties.
And that's the thing is, like, I don't think the deer is there anymore. I think it hit my car, and that's the thing. Didn't get hit hard enough because it didn't hit the front of my car. It just ran right into the side of it. And then rolled along the side of it, and I guess mid-roll was like, I have my impression, actually.
Another impression.
Right, yeah. I've been working on this. All right. So my car's coming, right? I'm driving that way, and then deer's like, "Ah!" And then it rolls like, "Ah." That's what I think happened, and then it ran off. It's a quick little 1-2 skibbity boo type deal.
Now as far as cosmetic damage, there's quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
Yeah,
As far
it
as
looked
like
pretty rough.
mechanical damage, it's fine.
Because you were able to drive home.
I was able to drive home.
It's not pulling. to the
Nothing's
side.
leaking. Nothing's pulling.
Okay,
It's good.
that's good.
Excuse me. I drove very slow.
Worst comes to worst, just tear that stuff off and drive it like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no bumper, no
Who needs
door.
a headlight?
Yeah, I mean Jeeps do it all the time.
Yeah.
No door.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Yeah.
But
UPS drivers do it all the time.
super interesting turn of events last night. Needless to say, I did not teach in Burlington.
Yeah.
I felt very bad about that. I had to call Spencer and Karen. I was like, hey, this happened.
Yeah,
and Spencer
so-
was like, oh, did a lot of damage to your tin can there. And I was like, yeah. Super fun times. But,
no one wants to hear it at the time, but it could have been a lot worse.
it could have been.
Yeah.
That is, I was telling Darlene, that's probably my least favorite phrase
Yeah,
ever.
I know.
Because you're absolutely right. It could
Yeah.
have been worse. But that doesn't make my situation any better.
It doesn't.
At all.
But a lot of people freak out when they get when a deer comes out like that.
Yeah.
And they'll go off the road into a tree.
Yeah.
So, and the deer's just sitting there looking at you like.
Well,
"Don't
next time I know, just right into it. So that way, at least I have some food to take home
Yeah,
with
no
me.
kidding. Some venison steaks.
I called Darlene up, and she was heading to the store when I went to the gym.
Ford with some Toyota Yaris chunks in it.
And I was like, "Hey, you looking for somebody to go to the store with you?" And she was like, "What happened?" And I was like, "Well," but
I felt so bad.
it happens. It is what it is, you know. We'll deal with it.
Yep. So, but the weekend was great, and like you said, you got another good weekend.
Yeah,
Coming
it's
up.
coming up. I'm looking very forward to it. I was getting very motivated for that the other day. So my team consists of me, obviously. So how it worked was you needed at least one female.
Mhm.
You need a blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, black belt, and then a wild card of somebody who's been training for at least 4 years.
Right.
So we have actually the head of Capital MMA and Fitness or Elite MMA and Fitness. Jeremy, his daughter's on our team.
Okay.
We have Benita, so blue belt, purple belt. And then we have John and I. One of us is the wild card and one of us is the brown belt.
Okay.
One of the two. And then we have Chad, the head coach over at the Lorton
Right.
facility.
This team sounds stacked.
It is a stacked team,
Yeah,
and I'm very
that
excited to be a part of it.
sounds like a stacked
And
team.
I'm really hoping, and may or may not happen. We've got some solid competitors that we're going against, but I'm really hoping that one of us, at least one of us, is able to wipe a team. Because how it works is if you win, you stay in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you could
Oh, that's-
theoretically
that's
have
interesting.
5 matches in a row.
Like back to back to back?
Yeah. I don't know
Really?
how long you get between matches, but like I said, if you win, you stay in.
Wow.
So I'm really hoping one of us just like wipes a team.
Holy.
And then it resets after the team is eliminated.
Okay.
So whoever can go next after that. But yeah,
That's impressive. That's pretty cool.
yeah, I'm very excited. This is the first quintet style tournament that I've done. We're all going to be rocking some Toro shorts
Right.
along with the Rolltron rash guards, the
Okay.
Toro. And we were going to do, our team name's Pink Starburst. So they were all thinking, like, we need to find some rash guards that look like Majin Buu from Dragon Ball. And I was like, or we could rep Toro.
Yeah. Or we could do that.
Yeah, we could do
All right.
that. But we're gonna be looking pretty neat.
Okay.
Pretty nifty
Yeah,
out there.
So everyone's gonna be wearing the same stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, we're a team.
Yeah.
I wonder if any of the other teams are gonna coordinate.
I don't know. But you guys really seem to have it down. Like,
Oh yeah, we got it.
yeah.
We're hyping each other up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk
Go
my
big or
trash
go
to
home.
Chad,
Yeah.
because I always talk trash to him. Knowing good and well he can beat me.
Even though he's on your team.
Yeah, like if anything, and hard to believe that anything would happen, but if anything does happen to Chad, he gets swept or something, I'm gonna be like, I wouldn't have let that happen. Simply, I wouldn't have stood for that. You didn't.
Chad's a good dude. Too.
Yeah, Chad's a really good
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I like going up there to train at Capitol, get some work in, some good dudes up there.
Yeah.
And it's different looks, like you train somewhere for so long,
You know how
you
that
get used to
person's
the
gonna
style,
react.
yeah. And you go somewhere else and you're like, oh, I remember my first time rolling with Chad. I was, I was like midway through my purple belt career.
Right.
And, I go up there. I'm pretty sure Chad's taking it easy on me. And I still get mollywopped. And
Molly Watts.
and so the next time I hit Chad up and I was like, hey man, would you mind giving me like a roll, like go for it, like. Again, I know good and well that he can beat me, but I want to see how long I last. And he was like, all right. He was like, don't get mad when I put all this weight on you. And so that started,
He's a big dude.
that started the trash talk. That statement right there started the trash talk between us.
Yeah, I got to talk to him a little bit at Toro Cup.
So I think that's Corbin right there.
I was there early, and he was there early.
Yeah.
So we got to talk for a few minutes.
Let me tell you, we were almost late for Chris's match.
Yeah.
So, all right, full disclaimer, he's parking.
He just, so our real quick, our neighbor upstairs
I hope he parks there.
is trying to save her parking spot, so she put up a couple of cones. She even put a garbage can in the road.
No, mind you, this is public parking.
Yeah, this is on-street
not
parking.
her
on the boulevard.
parking.
It's also the boulevard. There's not, it's not slam packed all the time. So she put this garbage can and these 4 orange cones in her parking spot right in front of the door. Well, I dragged the garbage can out because I don't want a garbage can out in front of my business. My man Corbin just monster trucked some cones out there. He looked like Bigfoot or Gravedigger out there with some cones. Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
But-
yeah, I hope he parks there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so disclaimer, I was fully ready by 8:30. And that was the time we planned on leaving. I was 100% ready by 8:30.
I knew
we
you were.
left at 9:30.
That's not a surprise to me at all. Well, say it with your chest. I said,
Yes, it's very much. No, it was. We had a lot going on that morning.
Whenever we plan stuff, we always give it at least a half hour.
Yeah,
with you guys.
we were here on time this morning.
Yeah.
Well, it was only because I had a haircut before.
Yeah.
And then we got Biscuitville and came here. It was like right on time.
Yeah.
It's pretty proud of us for that.
But 99.9% of the time, you're going to be no less than 30 minutes late.
It's fashionable.
Like if me and you got to go somewhere and I'm in your driveway, I'm like, because I'm early.
Well, I remember the day of weigh-ins. You guys came into the house and we were getting ready, and
You guys were still sleeping.
Yeah, I heard Mom go, "The truck's still running, right?" And I was like, "Oh, you thought it was gonna be quick."
Darlene answered the door like Elmer Fudd. She's like, "Hello." All sleepy-eyed and shit. I was like, they're still sleeping.
Yeah.
It's like, I thought we were going to like show up here, throw your stuff in the back and go.
Yeah, no, I think the door, well, we had alarms. The doorbell woke us up.
Yeah, well, maybe you should have a doorbell alarm.
What?
Yeah, you drop.
Oh, yeah, but then
you
we went
can't
back
even
to
blame
sleep.
it. Yeah, you dropped the dogs off.
Yeah.
You come back home and you went back to sleep.
Yeah. I laid down with the intent of not going back to sleep.
That drives me up a wall.
I sleep with my mouth open.
Yeah, you did.
You do as well. I get
know.
it from you.
I wake up, I'm all
Thanks
dry.
for that.
I'm all dry.
Darlene will send me pictures,
And
and
I
my
got this
entire
taste like a friggin' cat just pissed in my mouth.
my entire facial structure is warped. Darlene will like take pictures of me if I like fall asleep, and it's just
I got pictures of you sleeping while I'm driving. I'm taking pictures in the rear view
Yeah.
mirror, and it looked like the Kennedy assassination. You're like, just
my head flops like
yeah,
ham.
yeah, jaw wide
My
open.
neck popped. Did you hear that?
Did it?
You did. I did that. No, hold on, let me see if I can do it again.
Oh,
Did you hear it?
I'm really jealous when it comes to that. The heat just went off too.
Yeah, it got a lot quieter.
Yeah, it sounds so much better.
I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, we got to start remember doing that.
Yeah, but it's a little chilly out.
I got a lot of insulation though.
I don't.
Yeah.
I have a little more now. But just a little, though. I haven't, like, gone overboard.
So you fully intend on going back to 145?
Yeah, at the moment, 145, but 55 is in the talks.
Yeah.
It's not impossible, but, if I go to 55, that means I'm going to be in the same weight class as old Islam there.
That's all right.
That's a tough individual.
Yeah.
We smash, though.
Yeah.
Every day, brother, we smash.
Every day. But I think either way, I think 155, you would have power. Yeah. 145, you still have power, but I could see the point where you start, I think you said you were doing the math with,
Yeah, like if 150 was a weight class, perfection.
yeah.
I'm somewhere in between, which is why like 45 is probably where I'll still end up going.
Right.
But somewhere in between there.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's get another one in at 145.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We'll get one more in.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. And then we'll make a decision from there, You guys got class today.
We do have class. Actually, what time is it? Because class is going to start soon, I believe. Oh, we're good. We're good.
I'm working on another rustic flag, but we won't say for who. Not that she watches us.
No, I don't think she does.
No, but
Rhymes with Bana.
yeah.
She actually called me the other day. She wanted the impression of your Polo Fiasco.
Did she go, hey,
Hey.
sound like Fran Drescher, the nanny?
Hi.
Hey.
She sounded a little bit like a whoopee
Squidward.
cushion deflated.
Yeah, whoopee cushion and Squidward all in one.
Hi.
Hey, SpongeBob.
Nah, we love Aunt Dana.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah.
If she's watching this, I hope she watched past that part.
Yeah, basically, we could talk all we want about Aunt Dana because she's not going to watch us.
No.
Yeah,
No, she actually...
yeah.
we can just make stuff up about her. She has 3 toes on one foot and 7 on the other. So she still has an even 10, but it just is odd.
What's the show that we used to watch with the 4 friends that would they would dare each other to do stuff?
Impractical Jokers?
Impractical Jokers. She looks like the dude that the Italian Joe. That whenever he dressed up like a woman, she looks just like him.
Just like him.
Yeah.
But even when he dresses like a dude.
Yeah. I gotta tell her you said that.
No, we're just making stuff up about her now. Because she's not going to watch, so how much stuff can we get away with?
I was honest about that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, so was I.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna wrap it up and start getting to class.
Oh, but before we do, Happy Veterans Day today.
Happy Veterans Day.
So today is Veterans Day that we're filming this.
Make sure you thank a veteran.
Yesterday was Marine Corps birthday, so happy birthday to them. But we appreciate everybody's service.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Very big on that. All in the gym, we got military flags up too, and so we appreciate everyone's service and thank you very much. But you want to close this out?
I would love to close this out.
Close this out.
Like, I hope I closed that deer's life out yesterday. I'm going to be honest with you. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. You guys make sure you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button, and give us a rating, Bump our views a little bit so more people can watch, get informed, and hopefully laugh at our dumb things. And my impression works. If you guys want to see more impressions, just hit us up, and, I'll do my best. But anyways, you guys have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Kamikaze MMA and Fitness.
Drop the word Yaris.
Yeah, give me a hashtag Yaris, Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let us know you're watching.
R.I.P. Yaris. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.